Florida State land judging at Journey M Ranch owned by Harvey Massey. This is the beginning of the event as they're headed out to their starting pits. Group led by Pat Johnson. All the advisors back here. Lots of FFA students, 4-H students.
Choosing, because you're going to be feeding us in the years to come, and as I start farming less and eating more, it's going to show. But I'm going to be able to eat because you're in the business of agriculture, and that's probably, well, there's no question, that's the most important business. Everything that we do on this planet is based on the land, taking good care of it, keeping it productive, and the work that you did here today, judging soils, is the very first step probably in understanding how to put a good crop in the ground. I put in about a small garden, about an acre of beans and corn yesterday, and I was very thankful for the rain, and I hope that the climate continues to give me rain when I need it, so that my crops can grow and my pastures can grow, and that my steers and horses can get out there and eat and continue to be healthy. It's very important for you to understand at a very young age, I think, and you probably did or you wouldn't be here today, how connected we are to the world in which we live. And we all know that when we make land use choices, we affect agriculture, and it's important for us to keep agricultural land in agriculture. It's hard to do in today's economy to make the economics of agriculture work out sometimes, but we all know that what makes agriculture sustainable, that means we can keep doing it, is that we can economically sustain our agricultural operations. That means they have to make money. So that whole big cycle of things runs from the initial choice of what land we usually choose, all the way up through production, the distribution, and the actual sales of our products. And I would just like to say, I've been a small farmer. There are big farmers out there that do lots more acres than I've ever gotten near to. But I do know that as a small farmer, you need to ask a fair price for your product and not accept less than what it's worth, because that's what keeps you in business. And I hope that you all realize that. I think you probably do. I don't think anybody goes into agriculture to make billions and billions of dollars unless you're trading futures on Wall Street. Isn't that true? But we do make pretty good livings, and we probably have a better way of life than anybody else out there. I mean, it sure beats for me living in town. I have always enjoyed living out on a small farm. I happen to live right next door to Massey's Big Ranch, and I always say that Massey's Big Ranch is Massey's Big Ranch, and I live on Oleo Acres. Some of you know what Oleo Acres is, right? That's the cheaper spread. And I live on the cheaper spread, but I get to look at Massey's Big Ranch, and it always makes me feel good to see the kind of work that he's done out there, and his crew and his men that work that land do a very beautiful job. But I do want to make that point with you today. I want you to walk away with two things. I want you to walk away, remember that sometimes people eat your food, but they won't tell you thank you for it because they just don't think about it. But inside every one of those full bellies is somebody thanking a farmer. And I want to say thank you to you for choosing agriculture as your hopefully your life's work. And I want to make one more point, and that is that land use is extremely important. Unfortunately, it gets very political, but it's extremely important that we keep agricultural lands producing crops. Because we know one thing for sure, the population sure hasn't gotten any smaller. If you look at the statistics, we keep living in a more populated world all the time, and we need to feed people because food is the basis of health. I borrow a quote from a nutritionist to end with, because I think it describes what's really important to us as agriculturists. We need to keep our land healthy and productive, and we need to remember that food is the main ingredient. Food is the main ingredient in a balanced diet. And that's what I live with. Thank you very much for being here.
Florida State land judging at Journey M Ranch owned by Harvey Massey. This is the beginning of the event as they're headed out to their starting trips.